Hello comrades. The Voice of Communism recently made a video about Bashar al-Assad and how he doesn't support Assad, how apparently he instead supports the FSA. TheMadMarxist, aka the Sexy Stalinist, suggested that I would make my own video about Assad and reasons why communists should support Assad. So I thought that I could do that. But mainly, I would just like to point you towards his direction, because I thought the video that the Voice of Communism made was pretty terrible. Even though usually I tend to like the Voice of Communism, usually I tend to agree with him, but this video of his kind of surprised me, because I didn't expect him to say what he did. But anyway, the TheMadMarxist, aka the Sexy Stalinist, he made a response to the Voice of Communism which pretty much covers most of the things that need to be said. Like, I don't really need to respond to the Voice of Communism because the TheMadMarxist already did so. So I'm just gonna basically tell you to go watch that instead. I'll put it in the description so you can go watch his response to the Voice of Communism. But I would like to make a couple of points of my own about it. So basically, Voice of Communism's video, I would summarize it by saying that he called Assad an evil dictator and a crazy person and a tyrant who uses chemical weapons. It's actually pretty laughable because it's all of those exact same kinds of things have been said about every socialist leader by the Western media and the West in general. It just seems highly arbitrary because the Voice of Communism, he says that he supports Libya, he supports Gaddafi. And then he supports like all the socialist leaders, but he doesn't support Assad. He compares Assad to Saddam Hussein. Assad is not a dictator, he was elected. You know, he's a president, an elected president. He has been elected several times. Second of all, most Syrians support Assad. Thirdly, he didn't use chemical weapons. That's false. He simply didn't use chemical weapons. It has never been proven that he used chemical weapons, although it has been proven that the FSA, his enemies, have been using chemical weapons. Not only that, but he has totally cooperated with the UN, with Russia's arbitration, but still, and given up all his chemical weapons that he had. Basically just as a gesture of good will, he gave them away. To say that he's a dictator, that's baseless, that's Western propaganda, and it's simply false. To say that he used chemical weapons on civilians or anyone is false and simply Western propaganda. And to say that he's crazy, I mean, what the fuck is that based on? The West likes to call everyone crazy so that they can justify their own crazy positions about them. Otherwise, the obvious questions would arise, like why would Assad suddenly decide to use chemical weapons while the UN inspectors are in the country? Because isn't that just fucking stupid? Well, I mean, he's crazy, so of course. So, oh, I see. So he's crazy now, is he? So yeah, it's just highly arbitrary, and it's highly baseless. The comparison to Saddam Hussein doesn't work at all, because Saddam Hussein killed tons of people, okay, and it's been proven. But, probably most significantly, like, he killed Kurds who are an oppressed nationality. But not only that, Saddam was a major CIA puppet. I mean, the fact that the US later decided that he was a problem or had to go doesn't really change the fact that he was originally their man. But yeah, if the Voice of Communism is watching this, you cannot oppose Assad. Otherwise, you are directly playing into the hands of imperialism. I don't understand how you can do this. Syria is a victim, totally innocent victim of US imperialism. The US started the Syrian civil war, began funding Islamic extremism, put Saddam in power in Iraq, then toppled his government, thus giving birth to ISIS. The US and its allies are totally at fault and totally responsible for this entire situation. Syria is totally innocent of any wrongdoing in this. And somehow you are siding with the US imperialists against a poor third world country that is totally an innocent victim in this situation. I don't see how you can do that as a communist. I just fucking don't.